Hi everyone! Kumusta kayo? Welcome to IC Stories Manila episode 44. AIBC po ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon with their managing director, Miss Ola. So maya-maya pag-uusapan natin kung ano ba ito, paano tayo makakasali, ano bang importance neto. But for the meantime, it's been a while since our last live stream, no? So hello sa mga nag-attendance check dyan. Scout Martin, how are you? Ayan. Thank you so much for being here, and to everyone watching this live or either team replay, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. So yeah, Zaku, hello. Thank you so much. All right, so ang dami na nangyari since we last saw each other. So catch up tayo. Tignan natin kung ano bang mga ginawa ng ICP Hub Philippines, and of course yung global ICP Hub natin. All right, so let's start with this one. For everyone following us sa ating Twitter space, I'm sure you guys were there with us na nagkaroon tayo ng napakalaking ICP Global Community Town Hall. So it was 24 hours divided into 12 segments. And yung total attendees nito is 1.5 million. Grabe, sobrang dami talaga. Nag-start etong itong town hall with Seoul and then Philippines, tapos sunod-sunod na, no? So nagkaroon din tayo ng introduction of 13 flagship ICP houses. These are events scheduled throughout 2024. So sinabay ito sa mga major crypto and blockchain conferences para mas lalong makita yung magkaroon tayo ng anong tawag dito, parang global appearance for everyone. So ayan, naunang event na ICP houses ay nagsimula yun sa Seoul. So we were there, pumunta po tayo sa Middle Asia. And then followed by yung sa Hong Kong Web3 Fest. So may susunod pa na 11 events sa iba't ibang parte ng mundo. So in just 1 year, we're proud to announce na 24 chapters na po in 40 different countries ang ICP Hub. So very, very exciting. And may ginamit na term si Emilio, the head of global adoption, sabi niya, glocal, no? It's global plus local. I think I very much agree with this, wherein this is a key for an effective adoption strategy. So we are a global hub, but at the same time, we have these, kunwari may ICP Hub Philippines, no? You have people there who actually live in the Philippines, who understand the landscape, who speak the language, no? And we see that throughout the different chapters or the different hubs. And I think sobrang empowering nga talaga nun for all countries na merong ICP hubs. So anyway, we had that amazing town hall. In particular for our segment in the Philippines, we had a lot of KOLs participating, a lot of our community partners, media partners. It was so refreshing to just have everyone, lahat na naging partner natin, no, be with us and share their insights about the Philippine landscape. So aside from the global town hall, nagkaroon din tayo ng I think code camp sa Angeles University Foundation. This is actually where I graduated. So I was kind of sad na hindi ako nakapag-participate physically, but I was there virtually. So ayan, this was led by our tech lead, si Sir Eli, ang napakasipag na si Sir Eli Ganap. Ayan po siya, no? So very, very exciting. Napakaraming students ang nag-participate. This was one of the many code camps that we held noong April. So yeah, aside from that, we also had virtual code camps, which is the Zero to Hero with Bulacan State University. So I will link this sa ating description box, or you can also check out yung mismong YouTube natin. Ayan, so makikita niyo yung live stream dito. One of many code camps din na lead na ating tech lead na si Sir Ellie. And aside from this, if you are a developer or you want to be one, pero hindi nyo alam kung saan kayo magsisimula, our hub is perfect, or our channel is perfect for you guys kasi napakarami nating ina-upload dito. So, nandun sila, no? You can just watch this at your own time, at your own pace. Ayan, so no need to be pressured. And then we also have an ongoing hackathon na meron tayong mga live workshops. So you can also rewatch these. Meron naman silang title yan, Building with Azel, why and how to be a project on the internet computer and such. So we'll be continuously uploading and supervising yung mga ganitong klase ng live. And then next one, I know it's a lot and it's a very good problem dahil sobrang active natin lately. Or eto. So we have the Ideathon. This is the first one ng Bulsu College of Information and Communications, and we're so happy that we are a part of this. No, it's so interesting to see and so exciting na meron tayong mga bata pa lang sila, no, mga students pa lang, pero napakarami na nilang ideas, napakarami na nilang parang mga gustong i-develop. And again, we're so excited to be a part of that and to just help jumpstart start that journey and encourage everyone to really go on that startup route. All right. So next up, we also have this highlight. So we already talked about yung global town hall. Aside from that, napakarami pang mga nangyari. No? So ito yung global town hall na kinukwento natin kanina. Here are some of the people who joined us. Of course, Coach Miranda, Kay Labay was there, no, napakarami. So, a lot of esteemed developers joined us as well. Ayan, so nagkaroon din tayo sa University of Visayas wherein IT students delved into the third part session, yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina, of smart contract deployment on ICP. Again, you can watch this online as well. So, and then this one I'm particularly excited about. And let's call in Sir Nelson, the co-founder of ICP Hub Philippines, to talk to us about the experience of being interviewed for a docu about GameFi and Web3 in the Philippines. Sir, kumusta po?
Hi, magandang hapon. Magandang gabi na pala. Yeah, tama ka doon, Julian.
Yes.
France 24, no, international known media entity actually came here dito sa Pilipinas and will be doing a documentary about Web3 and GameFi in the Philippines. And napili tayo, no, para i-cover nila. And the idea there is marami kasing mga senior citizen, yung medyo matatanda na, sa Europa, no, sa France, wherein hindi pa sila familiar with this industry, with this emerging technology. And the only way they want to showcase it is really live in action, no? Dun sa builders ng Web3 tsaka ng GameFi dito sa Pilipinas. Kasi nga, ang Pilipinas ay mataas, no, in terms of crypto adoption, no, in terms of usage, marami tayong users ng GameFi projects. So, yan, nangyari yan nung nakaraang linggo, no, after lang ng town hall. So, what happened was nung Friday, town hall tayo nung umaga. And then workshop, I did the workshop, no, basics na ICP, no, sa University of Visayas. And then after nun, takbo naman para sa documentary. So,
Ano
lagari,
feeling
lagari, lagari.
artista, sir?
Yes. At the same time, nag-prep na rin kami, no, for the Ateneo de Manila University na Blue Hacks na nangyari
Yes.
nung Sabado. Yeah, para siyang hacker house, no? We're in my lockdown period na
Wow,
24
look at the
hours.
students.
Yeah, oo. Doon na rin sila nagstay, doon na sila natulog, di sila makakalabas. Very well organized, no, by the Ateneo de Manila University, no, community. And it's a hackathon, no? So ongoing pa siya actually. Nakapag-submit na naman sila. But right now they're learning the ICP language, no, in order to integrate it sa existing projects nila para sa hackathon. So nakakatuwa.
Yeah, lagi natin pinag-uusapan, sir, na kapag meron tayong mga nami-meet na, students from either universities or kung saan man tayo nagpa-participate, it's so inspiring na, they're so young, but yung ideas nila are already so big and they're learning, these emerging tech pa lang, but they want to be at the forefront of that. And it's exhilarating na tayo yung partner nila in that journey. So,
Yep.
ayan. Thank you. Ang daming nangyari, sir, and marami pa actually. So, just today, you had a Cryptalk University. Walk us through this, sir. What happened in this session?
Yes, this is together with Coach Miranda, no, and GMMG, Global Mining Miranda Group. And part ng impact wherein meron tayong university tour and we want to reach talaga yung outskirts ng mga provincial wherein baka nandun yung mga talents, no? So we provide this free education to them. And
Mhm.
kanina, ito naman ay sa University of Tagum sa Davao City. So,
Wow.
yeah, di tayo nakapunta doon, no? But sa mga next na Cryptalk tour, we will be there in real life. But
Mhm.
yeah, nakakatuwa because universities are starting to open,
Mhm.
alam mo yun, yung itong education, no, as part of their, kumbaga, curriculum. Hopefully, curriculum, no, in the near future. And these students, no, we're focusing on grassroots. Ito yung mga Web3, future Web3 builders natin dito sa Pilipinas. And it's so nice that nabibigyan tayo ng opportunity, no,
Mhm.
give this education, free education to them. Nakasama natin, yeah, all-star cast actually. Sila Jiro is here and other partners. Si Coach Miranda is here
Mhm.
and all the team.
Yeah, it's for sure very exciting. And nakakatuwa nga na like you said, napakalaki na ng interest with this, and it's not just the students, not just the users, no, but mismong mga institutions, and
Yep.
it's validating yung mga ganito, because I feel like other people, they want to learn more about what blockchain is, pero dahil bago siya, they're a bit hesitant. So having this kind of, kumbaga, backup or support ng mga universities, mga head, ganyan, I think nakakatulong talaga yon, no, to encourage everyone to, alam mo yon, to consider even studying
Mhm.
about it. So, ayan,
Yep.
not only are they considering, but actually partnering up with us. And nakailang universities na tayo to do that.
Exactly.
So,
Yes.
it has been a very, very busy, anong month na yun? April, sorry. Medyo, ano pa ako guys, medyo jet lag pa ako. It has been a
Mhm.
very busy April for ICP Hub Philippines. Ano yung overall thought mo, sir, for the month of April? What lessons
Well,
will we be bringing into May?
yeah, for every month, I think 1 year, we can consider that. Uh, it's
Oh,
very
for sure.
fast, yeah, fast paced, no? But yeah, kidding around, what I notice is for every quarter, we try to elevate ourselves, no?
Mhm.
We try to move forward. We try to go to the next phase of the funnel of improvement. So, what is that next phase for us that we're looking at for the Philippines? I think we've brought in education, a lot of universities we've partnered with. We currently
Mhm.
have an ongoing hackathon, isa pa yan right now. But we will be focusing on our partnerships. No, we will strengthen that. We'll be focusing on business development. No, meaning to say, one is we've spread the word out na. No, alam na tayo ng community, and right
Yes.
now we really have to go directly to them and explain or mention or present to them yung opportunities that we bring, and from there we can grow our ecosystem. And we want projects, no, Filipino builders projects coming from the Philippines, wherein we can showcase it internationally, no, sa mga VCs, angel investors, yeah, and that's the only way, you know, and opportunity we're in. We can open this big vault, no, $1 trillion global marketplace that we have right now, na may bigyan natin opportunity and change Filipino lives, no. Yeah, so that's our main goal for this quarter and onwards.
It's very, very exciting. And I think there are other people na parang, oh, that's too big. And we've heard that a lot whenever we express our mission, our goals. But I think the reason why it is that big is because we get to witness firsthand yung potential ng Filipino talents, potential of these developers, no? So it's again, it's incredible to be a part of a team na is very supportive of these talents, of these homegrown talents. So yan, maraming maraming salamat po, especially to everyone supporting and are a part of our community, kasi you guys are also hand in hand with us in, like what Sir Nelson said, changing Filipino lives and changing that narrative. No, we keep on saying it, but it's true. The goal here is to change a narrative na hindi lang users ang mga Filipinos, but we can also be developers. So ayan, Again, it was a very, very busy April, but an even more so busy May for everyone. So we have two upcoming events. This May 9, we have Off-Chain Manila. Ayan, if you guys want to register and be a part of it, pwede po. Ililink ko po ito sa ating description box maya-maya so you can read more about what the event is. You can connect with everyone. Ayan, again, I'll link this in the description box if you want to participate. And then the next one is on May 10 para po sa University of Perpetual Health System, Laguna. We have this sa ating Luma. You can read more about it. And again, if you want to participate pero hindi ito yung specific university ninyo, fear not or worry not dahil ina-upload po natin ito sa ating YouTube channel. So you guys can again watch it anytime you want at any pace you would like to. And then for our last announcement, we have a contest alert so you can join to win an unforgettable trip to Switzerland. Tama ba? Switzerland to na, sir. So prizes, yeah,
Yes.
ito, to Zurich for our third anniversary on May 23, 2024. Sir, sasali ako dito. Pwede
Go,
masali
go
dito.
lang. Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's very, very exciting. If you wanna learn how, eto po, ililink din natin etong tweet na to maya-maya so you guys can participate. So this is incredibly exciting. And kung hindi man kayo manalo ng trip to Zurich, wag po kayong mag-alala because we will also be having an anniversary special Philippine edition. No? So abangan niyo yan, guys. We're preparing big things for you. And anyway, our guest is here, our very beautiful guest, the managing director of AIBC. Please help me welcome Miss Ola. Hi, Ola. How are you?
Hi,
Hello,
Ola.
everyone. Hi. Good afternoon. I guess it's afternoon on
Yes.
your part of the world.
Jim
Pleasure.
Jim, how are you?
Hey, Nelson. Good to see you, and pleasure to meet you, Julian. Thank you so much, guys, for having me.
Hi, where are you based, Ola? You're so beautiful.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, if you ever followed Sigma and ABC schedule for our events, we have pretty tight schedule. We hold events in almost every part of the world, and I am well, what we call a digital nomad these days. I'm currently in Moscow, Russia. This is where the family is. I
Mhm.
just got back from Dubai. I'm heading to our next event, which is in just a month in Philippines. So I guess we're here to talk about that. But Web3 communities just like that these days. We're everywhere.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are everywhere. And we love to see it. We love that the effort you put into making sure that you get in touch with the community. All right, Ola, walk us through what is AIBC?
All right. I really hope that some of those who are listening to us right now have been to our events at least once, maybe twice. AIBC is a global brand for events in the spaces of crypto, blockchain, AI. AIBC is actually for artificial intelligence and blockchain. So these
Mhm.
are our main pillars that we cover. Web3 was added to our roster of topics to be covered because I guess this is when it emerged a couple years ago,
Uh-huh.
right? And we're still struggling a little bit with a very particular definition of Web3. But in any case, anything around Web3 industries, everything that includes the definition of Web3 is our bread and butter. So we do
Yeah.
hold large scale events, conferences internationally. This is usually, our schedule usually breaks down into three big international events. That would
Mhm.
be AIBC Summit Eurasia, which is held in Dubai beginning of the year. We just
Mhm.
wrapped one up at the end of February. Then we go to Asia, and Philippines and Manila is our hometown for the AIBC and Sigma Eurasia Summit. Then
Mhm.
we are going to usually going to Malta. Malta is the hometown for AIBC. This is where events started initially. This is where a founder, Eman, is from. This is where the headquarters is in the very heart of Europe. And this is where we hold what is called the mother of all conferences, is the biggest
Mhm.
event that is usually held on our behalf. In between these three events, we usually do regional local events. We
Mhm.
just, yeah, that's our website. Thank you. If you click on summits, on the top bar, you will see
Mhm.
the schedule that we have this year.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Crazy schedule, you guys.
It is indeed. Yes, thank you. We just wrapped up an event in Sao Paulo in Brazil just last.
Mhm.
It's a regional event. This is our second event in Sao Paulo. Last year, we also had a summit there. We
Mhm.
started in between Sao Paulo and Dubai. We also had a smaller regional event in Cape Town in South Africa to
Mhm.
cover the African markets. And this is where, by the way, I got initially connected with ICP, and this is where I
Yeah.
got
Oh.
Nelson. And yeah, we covered this topic with ICP in at our African event largely. After that, we what is left? Oh, we're in Eastern Europe as well in
Mhm.
September. We're going to Budapest. Last year we did that in Cyprus, where we also have our office. This year is going to be Budapest, more closer to the heart of Eastern Europe. So
Mhm.
it's a tight schedule. It's a lot of events. Our conference is usually held for 2 or 3 days. It's a big
Mhm.
expo, which
Mhm.
is held together with our partners, and I call them twin brothers or twin sisters.
Uh-huh.
This is how AIBC and Sigma events are held together under one roof. It's one big expo for the gaming industries and for crypto and blockchain and for AI and everything that we call emerging tech. So we
Mhm.
cover anything that is related to
Yeah.
blockchain or emerging tech or AI or insurtech or health tech. So it really depends
All
on,
of the
Yeah.
above.
yeah,
Yeah.
it really depends on the country and it depends on
Mhm.
own local community very much.
Mhm. That makes
Hi,
sense. Mhm.
Olga. Yeah, just before we move to the next question, I'm very much interested with the history of both Sigma and AIBC. I'm not sure if I missed it earlier, but how did this started again? And yeah, with the founders and everything, how did this came about?
Yeah, so our founder is Mr. Eman Pulis. Most of you probably
Okay.
know him. He's
Mhm.
one of the biggest visionaries out there in the world of gaming.
Yeah.
Eman started AIBC as early as I think it was 2017. I may be wrong, but I think it
Mhm.
Mm.
was around that. This is where when I started in this industry as well.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
this was the year of the first Bitcoin high. If you remember the ICO boom, the end
Yeah.
of 2017, December
Mhm.
2017, it was the first all-time high for Bitcoin. Everyone was so excited, and people started, exploring this realm, and
Mhm.
it was a boom of ICOs, etc. So this is when I think the whole world started getting to know crypto a little better.
Yeah.
And this is when Eman started, and he was one of the first visionaries out there to hold a large scale conferences for players in the cryptocurrency space. Ever since AIBC have managed to establish, itself as a global brand because it started in Malta, then it went out to go and host players of the market in Dubai in the Middle East, which has now
Mhm.
become a global and one of the biggest hubs for crypto events and for crypto businesses out there with a, very convenient digital asset regulation in place with
Yeah.
more funding coming into that region. So and then Sigma was also part of that business more, but covering everything that relates to iGaming and gaming. And
Mhm.
there were two separate events, but then they merged together. And we have a very diverse, very vibrant crowd. And we do hold events in jurisdictions where both Web3 crypto, blockchain, and AI and iGaming industries are thriving. Philippines being, I guess, the best example for it because
Yeah.
we have endorsement from Pacor, for example, for the second year in a row, and we have their support. When I would say regulators and regulatory players, government in every country that we go always supports, all the things that we cover, most of the
Always
industry.
a good sign, right?
Yeah, true, true. Last year we hosted the now former, but then he was
Mhm.
the SEC Commissioner of Philippines, Mr. Calvin Lesterly. He was on
Mhm.
my
Mm.
stage. He was very open, very friendly. He delivered an amazing keynote speech. He sat on the panel. He literally said, guys, you want to discuss what is going on right now on the digital asset market in the region? Let's talk. I want to hear what businesses have to say. So this is one of the best examples, I think, of what we're trying to achieve.
Agree.
Here is when regulators sit together with industry players and also, channel this communication into the
Yeah.
audience. So this is the best that we could get. In Malta is also everything that evolves around Sigma and AIBC also gets full support from local government. The Prime Minister of Malta was also part of our event during the
Mhm.
event last November. I have to be honest, it was by far the biggest event that I have ever hosted. 25 or 30,000 people came over to Malta. It's a small
Wow.
island, but it managed to
Wow.
fit
Wow.
everybody. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a very big event. For Philippines this year, I think we're expecting about 15,000 people to attend. And
Mhm.
Oh,
it's the
wow.
same
Nice.
venue that we had last year. It's the second consecutive year for us to holding events in Manila. SMX Convention Center, fully booked, 2 or 3 floors of expo. So it's going to be fun.
Wow, it's incredible. So AIBC is so big. I want to hear from you. What do you think sets it apart from other events focusing on AI, blockchain, and uh, crypto space in general?
Yeah, of course. So, um, well, first of all, it's the fact that we are so close with the gaming community thanks to Sigma, right?
Mhm.
And it always adds a sprinkle of, something else, new connections, new
Yeah.
communications, not very crypto focused event. On the other hand, I have to say that, well, both COVID and the bear market over the last several years have showed us that there's no reason to depend on the market because one day you have it, the next day
Yeah,
you don't.
Yeah.
And then you
that's
probably
true.
heard of all the things that happened to CZ a couple of
Mhm.
days ago, and the market doesn't feel so good right now. So it's very volatile, it's very sensitive, right?
Mhm.
So I think what I'm trying to focus on with AIBC is the essence of technology because there are so many applications out there rather than just crypto. Crypto itself
Mhm.
alone is amazing, and there are so many applications and so many developments. The institutional and DeFi, it goes, all the way.
Mhm.
But other than that, other than financial applications, there are so many exciting things out there. We're focusing more on AI as applications for business.
Mhm.
This is one of the topics that has been on the very high demand for us. Let's
Mhm.
say we are, I think, almost close to the top of the hype cycle for AI these days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With new, new models, new linguistic models, new machine learning models coming out there almost, every other quarter, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So people get confused a little bit in terms of, is there an option to scale your business with
Mhm.
AI without having
Mhm.
to hire a machine learning expert? Because there are not too many out there. To be honest, it's a
Yeah.
hiring, it's a hiring challenge for people out there. Uh,
Mhm.
so we're trying to showcase that there are actually AI based business solutions, ready-made tools that can be used to scale a business, to to be involved in your everyday life, in your
Yeah.
everyday work. You can use it with working with your social media. You can use it to enhance your marketing systems,
Yeah.
etc. So there's so many exciting things out there, and people just need to know about them. So what I'm trying to
Exactly.
do is I'm trying to bring a platform to people who are interested and who have the solutions, right? The AI
Yeah.
solution providers. Another
Yep. Mhm.
thing that really is super exciting, and I launched this new track for ABC in Dubai during our event.
Mhm.
It's one of the part of the industry which is not that big so far, but it's getting bigger because of its connection with the real world and real emotions. Is Web3 and traditional sports. I'm talking about
Mm.
different applications for fan engagement. I'm talking about gamification elements embedded
Yeah.
into different platforms. I'm talking about Web3 platforms connecting football clubs or football leagues
Yeah.
with their audience, with an option not only to be part of the gaming of the fan community, but also
Yeah.
be engaged in it, also have exclusive access to streaming or highlights
Mhm.
or tickets, whatever. So
Yeah.
there are so many things out there. I mean, metaverse applications. We had an amazing speaker from India, and she was telling us about a showcase. So, cricket is one of the most popular sports out there in India, and they have a company which represents cricket in the metaverse for a huge audience outside there.
Mhm.
So, it's an amazing, I think, application for Web3. It's getting bigger. There are
Yeah.
more and more players and solutions out there. So I'm working really hard for AIBC to be the perfect platform to also for for all these players to meet traditional sports executives, football players, I don't know, UFC
Mhm.
fighters, and tech providers on the other hand, because this is where we all meet, and this is where we all get to know how tech and technology and different types of tech can actually make your business better or make the whole industry better. So that's, I guess that's what is new for ABC this year.
Like the real world, yeah, things, real world assets. You just combine. Yeah, it needs to be done definitely, and the transition from Web to Web 3 is very important as well. Olga, can you tell us more about the initiative of the startup pitch for the Philippines event?
Yeah, of course. So the startup pitch is a very traditional thing that we do at every event that we host, no matter if it's a regional event or a big international one. So we host startup pitches on both verticals. So just imagine a huge expo space that we're hosting. Within that expo
Mhm.
space, we usually have two stages. One is reserved for AIBC content, the other one is for Sigma content that covers everything around gaming and iGaming industries. Now, we host startup pitches on both stages on both days. One is for Sigma crowd, with projects operating, I don't know, affiliates or iGaming players or betting platforms, etc. So there are many things out there. For
Yeah.
AIBC in particular, we also host the startup pitch. This time it's going to be held on June 5th, which is the second day of the conference. Um,
Mhm.
third. Well, the second day of the conference content. So how it
Mhm.
usually looks, startups can send us applications. It's a very convenient form on the website. You can just send us all your details. We have a separate team that is processing all the applications. We then pick about up to 10 startups that go up on stage. They pitch for 1 minute. There's a panel of judges who are handpicked by us. These are all qualified investors or accelerators or private investors or VC funds or people within our network that have been working with startups for a long time in different regions, different parts of the world.
Mhm.
And um, so the judges give their feedback, and there's a trophy. we they vote, we count votes, there's a trophy, and there's like a very nice package of benefits that we give to startups, including marketing opportunities. Sometimes it's an exhibiting opportunity, sometimes we have a startup village depending on the venue. So it's really exciting. We usually have a lot of demand for this. Startups are, our favorite participants, I'd say, along with investors. And the scope of projects, we even used to host a separate gamify startup pitch. So we
Oh,
got
that's
so
cool.
yeah, we got so many requests specifically for the gamify industry that
Yeah.
we last year in Dubai we hosted a separate gamify pitch along with the ABC one. And these are usually, it really depends on the jurisdiction, it really depends on the place where we hold events. So I think in Dubai, a bit more of a gaming element is
Mhm.
in it. Last year in Manila, we had a couple projects working with data management and cloud solutions. So that also falls into the realm of AIBC, anything around cybersecurity or I don't know, biotech or gaming, Web3 and gaming solutions, or
Mm.
that could be payment solutions. We have one payment startup, I know for sure, another one from Asia, from Korea, I think. So there's an
Ooh.
AI solution as well. So there are so many out there, and we it's taking place, yeah, right on stage during the conference program. So all the startups are welcome, guys. I think it's still not too late to apply. So, and I really hope to work with ICP Club on that as well, because I know you guys are doing amazing job with
Yeah.
the startups in the region.
Yeah,
Thank
looking
you.
forward to it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Go ahead, Julian.
It is very exciting. I love how in the questions you answered how because current businesses are people in the Web 2 space or those who generally don't have an idea what Web 3 is and this new technology are scared of the new technology, right? They feel intimidated by it. And you guys are making it so easy for people to come in and ask questions and meet different people who could actually help them leverage and use these new technologies or AI as tools to, just scale. And I think that's incredibly exciting. And that has a lot of opportunities for everyone who are attending. So, for someone who's new to the field, how beginner friendly would you say are your events and resources that are available? Like, what can beginners expect to gain from engaging with your event?
I'll be honest, main focus for events is B2B. So we
Mm.
mostly work with people who already started running businesses in that space
Mm,
or are
okay.
already familiar.
Yeah.
This, I think it has all happened because of the crypto market, because it all started, some time ago when everybody were a little bit new to the crypto market, and we all had to, you know, find our ways through.
Yeah.
Now, with the new emerging realm of Web3, crypto is helping a lot. And actually, you're right. We have a lot of people who are tech specialists, but more Web2 oriented, just wanting to explore what the Web3 realm has to actually offer. I would say that it's probably better to educate yourself a little bit before coming to industry conferences. AIBC YouTube channel, as well as our our website and
Mhm.
the media department, it actually offers a lot of content for people who are new, who
Mhm.
don't know, let's say, what blockchain is, because sometimes people
Yeah.
just want to educate themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a bit of a spoiler here, I'm also working with one of the biggest educational platforms for blockchain and crypto out there. We're going to be rolling,
Wow.
yeah, we're going to be rolling our very own educational course for it's I would say it's a crash course for both AI, blockchain, and crypto. So let's say if you are new to the industry, you would like to get to know the industry better, or you want to set up a business in one of the jurisdictions. You want to set up a business in Manila, in Philippines. You find it
Yeah.
very convenient in terms
Yeah.
of regulations, etc. But you would like to, get to know people better, or listen to
Mhm.
someone else's experiences or challenges or mistakes that they have been through. I really advise taking a crash course first, and then checking
Mhm.
the conference agenda, checking the topics that you think are relevant to what you're trying to achieve or what you're trying to do. Maybe you're looking for funding, or you're looking for partners, or you want to listen to experience of people who have been working in the region for some time, right? Or you want to
Mhm.
see the regulators' perspective. So there are many aspects out there. So I really advise taking this little crash course, or on the IBC YouTube channel, actually, we have this bite-sized videos
Mm-hmm.
explaining how smart contracts work, how blockchain works, what are different, I don't know, layers of blockchain, what is the
Yeah.
difference, let's say layer one or layer two, what is essentially Web3, like the definition that we have so far, um,
Mm-hmm.
how AI so far works, and which models and solutions are the most popular so far. So a little bit of a, very fast, very interesting education, and I
Yeah.
think it can be useful for everybody, to be
When you
honest.
I
mentioned,
love that you have
yeah,
resources online, and then
Yeah.
should they want to
nice.
explore
Yeah.
more, they can participate in your events. So we actually have a couple of community questions here. Personally, I can't stay throughout the end, but let me jumpstart the questions here. So we have two. I will load two already, but let's answer the first one. This is from Scout Martin. Why do you choose Philippines as the house for the event in Asia? By the way, we're proud that you're choosing us. And oh, he also said mabuhay and welcome to the Philippines earlier. So yeah, why choose the Philippines as your house event for Asia?
Um, I have to say, I don't know. Because it was chosen before I joined the AIBC team.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, okay.
the first event for AIBC and Sigma in the Philippines. And my team has been
This is
working
the
on.
second time, right, Olga?
It's the second offline event. Yeah, that's right.
Second.
Second
Mm-hmm.
in the row. Yes, but I hosted the one last year as well. I think it's a mix of factors, because since we do both AIBC and Sigma, it has to be iGaming friendly. It has to be emerging tech, crypto, and Web3 friendly as well. Plus, it has to have a thriving community. So I guess the choice was obvious for
Agree.
us.
Yeah,
And thank
Philippines is a great hub though. And we are so happy that you chose us. And again, Sir Nelson and I were just talking about this, how there are a lot of great talents here. And hopefully when you come back for the second time, you get to have a definitive answer like, why not? Why not the Philippines, right? But thank you so much, Scout Martin, for sending in that question. Here's an interesting one from Professor Kite. Any success story from this project or from your events where someone who attended went on to make significant contributions to the Web3 space or any significant connections?
I think, well, I've been doing events in the crypto and blockchain space for a while now, since,
Mhm.
well, 2017, I guess, 2018. And I've been through COVID. I've been through shutting down all the offline events because of COVID, and because before that I had been hosting events in Hong Kong and in Asia, and
Mhm.
Hong Kong had been struck by COVID, like, largely, and
Mhm.
offline events were coming back really slow. So I have a very big network of people who have been in this space for a while now, and I see a
Mhm.
lot of transition. I'm not sure about if I really follow, people who started with as startups, and then what are they doing next year, but I really follow some of my close network connections,
Yeah.
like their transitions from, let's say, I have a speaker who have been with me for the past, I don't know, 5 years. He used to run a market making platform. Then he used to run a DeFi platform. Now he's into the VC space, and he runs the VC fund investing in the Web3 project. So transitions are insanely cool, I have to say.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sometimes people from the marketing space, they decide, after attending events and after networking, because networking is, I'd say, the biggest part for every
Yeah.
outlet out there. After a certain level of networking, after meeting the right people, they decide to set their own businesses. So, not deciding to work for a company, getting more experience, and then they decided to set up their own business and run a Web3 marketing agency. So there are so many examples of these transitions out there. Like, and then, if you remember, when a couple of years ago metaverse emerged as a new type of business, as a new type of virtual realm, everyone was so excited, and I hosted two events for 2 years. I hosted two events a year in Dubai just on metaverse, right? And then
Mhm,
it
yeah.
all faded down. And then a lot of metaverse players have transitioned into gaming or gamifying industries, right? And then since a lot of AI solutions occurred, everyone was like, oh, okay, now there's something new that we can actually adopt and
Agreed.
leverage for our business. So transition is amazing because once a new technology appears, there are so many people who are excited to actually use it, not just, chit chat or talk about this, but actually use it and showcase how it works.
Yes. Yeah, thank you for that, Olga. I just want to mention that Julian just has an emergency that she needs to
No worries.
attend to. She needs to drop off. But
No
we
problem.
have a lot of community questions here right now. If you go to the right part, or in comments, maybe you can choose a question that you would like to address.
Oh, there are
But
so many out there.
I, yeah,
I'm just
but I think I got a question here. If you're okay to answer. Can you provide examples of successful implementation of AIBC in gaming that have set a precedent in your project? I think the question here more of based on previous startup pitches and Gamify, who were the biggest that basically coming from your event became big, had good exposure? Who are the known projects that you can share coming from startup pitches? Yeah, coming from the conference of AIBC.
Mm, I think we need to check what were the Gamify winners last year. I have to be honest, I do not remember because my
Yeah, it's okay.
main focus my main focus is usually the conference part, right?
Agree,
So
agree.
I host the stage, I host speakers, I build a conference program. So for the startup pitch, I definitely know for sure that out of, I think, well, there were definitely up to 10 projects during the Dubai competition last year.
Mhm.
I know that at least three or five of them are still exhibiting with us. So
Okay, that's nice here.
I mean, this is a good sign for us that projects are loyal. They really find audience, and the expo traffic very useful. So I think it's one of the biggest factors out there, at least for us, that people stay with us, actually stay. And I'm in touch
Mhm.
with a bunch of people who are. This is again back to my point about the transition. Let's say a person is an executive in a big company like PwC or
Yeah.
KPMG, right? Running one of the tech departments or being one of the leaders of the tech space out there. And they get so fascinated and so into the space that they decide to run their own startup. And then they
Yeah.
participate in our startup pitch looking for funding, and they find the funding, they get in touch with investors, and then they're again coming to our conferences next year and the year after
Agree.
as speakers, right, as exhibitors. So it's a lifetime cycle. And I have a bunch of examples like that, because when people left their corporate jobs to run startups, and then they weren't afraid from about starting all over again. So
Mhm.
this is very exciting. Let me see what. Oh my God, there are so many questions out there, guys. I just noticed. I'm sorry, I missed that. I
Yeah.
just wonder how
Some
many.
are
Oh,
some
there
are
were.
even looking for if you have openings for work. Several
Oh,
questions.
actually, we actually do. Yes. I'm
Feel free
currently
to plug if you need, yeah, manpower or
currently
something.
hiring. Yeah, so check my LinkedIn, guys. Yes, if you want to be part of our event, please let me know. Um, okay, so I don't know, seriously. What is the purpose of the framework? Partnerships, collaborations. Yeah, for partnerships and collaborations, it's an interesting one, by the way. So, first of all, I'm super excited that we got in touch and get to collaborate with you
Yeah.
guys. because this is one of my main goals out there, to be as close to local players as I can. Let's say CV Labs out of South Africa,
Uh,
who initially put us together, Nelson, if you do
yeah.
remember. This So we got in touch with them asking, like, okay guys, you are obviously one of the main leaders and one of the key players of the South African market for Web3 startups and investors, right? You shape the market,
Yeah.
so we got to work with you. Can you help us
Yeah.
showcase how it works? Can you help us bring the startups, the cool startups, because we can give them lots of benefits. We need them to know that
Agree.
we're coming. So that's important. Then we got in touch with you. I was like, okay, this is interesting, because we always try to work with accelerators. We try to work with with VC funds and investors in the space, because they do know better. That's for sure. So I trust their expertise with that. In Dubai, for example, we are very good partners with DMCC, one of the biggest hubs,
Um,
I'd
yeah.
say, globally for crypto businesses and for tech businesses out there. We have very good relationships with Dubai Internet City. They also host their own events. They welcome a lot of startups in different tech industries, not even limited to Web3, right? Or AI,
Mhm.
intratech, biotech, health tech, you name it, right?
Mhm.
Uh, for for Manila, I think a little bit of a gaming and marketing focus. That's what we
Agree.
have. Last year and this year, I'm working with the Blockchain Council of Philippines.
Yeah.
Uh, we are also partners with Digital Pilipinas
Oh
in
yeah.
uh, in many aspects, not only related to a conference or expo. We're also working on our inclusivity chapter, because Sigma Foundation always supports those in need, and there are many chapters out there that also need support from public events like us.
Yeah.
Mm, so as many, you know industry collaborations and partnerships as we can get out of every jurisdiction that we host events at, that's my main goal.
And that is great actually. Knowing Blockchain Council of the Philippines, you're talking to them already, and I think yeah, other events should learn from what you're doing right now, and you've reached out to us, and yeah, we're currently part of this bigger yeah, global yeah, a blockchain foundation actually, which is the Internet Computer Protocol, and through our connections, even though in South Africa it's very very far, we're able to
Sure.
right now. Yeah, I'll be sending you over projects. We'll be submitting for the project pitches. It can be life changing for them in terms of exposure, in terms of the trophy and award and everything. So I think this is something big that you're doing, and will definitely fully continuously support AIBC definitely in the Philippines. And thank you for always
Thank
yeah,
you.
having your event here. Yeah,
Thank you.
maybe you can get one more question from the community because we give out prizes for the questions, so that's why they're very eager in sending out their questions. Let me check as well some community questions.
There are a lot of questions about the team. I can tell about the team. Well, first of all,
Oh yes, yeah, go
just
ahead.
just a little bit about our schedule and about some other features that we also have. So we have expo. It's a big expo. It's a huge one, I have to say. Like two
Yeah,
or three floors of expo at the SMX Convention Center. I'm sure you know the venue. It's amazing. We also host a bunch of side events throughout the week. So every day there are workshops, eye gatherings, dinners, um, exclusive events and open events, right? Community meetups, etc. I really hope that you can also host
we will.
your
We will actually.
right.
We're
Yes,
finalizing it, and yeah, we'll be sharing it
right,
soon.
right. So bringing all community together. This is our infinite goal. Apart from that, the conference, of course, super exciting. As I mentioned, 2 stages. This year, the agenda will feature main players in the Web3 space. Also, yourself, Nelson, at the
Yeah.
investors track taking place right before the pitch on the 5th. I have a lot of interesting speakers coming over from all parts of the world. We
Yeah.
have our AI speakers coming from India, from Brazil. We have a speaker from Google coming from Europe, also covering
Nice.
gaming and gamification industries. Who else is there? I mean, you should check the agenda. There are so many superstar speakers out there. Apart from that, we will also host the Sigma Awards, and as for the team size and the group size, AIBC and Sigma, in our family, we also have the Sigma Foundation. It's
Mhm.
a foundation which is backed by Sigma, and we always host auctions during our events, during the gala dinners, during the awards, and art pieces that are donated by artists, uh, and all the money goes to the Sigma Foundation, which supports a lot of different
That's
charity
nice.
projects out there. Apart from that, we also have our own venture capital fund. Ikigai Ventures is a fund backed by Sigma
Oh, okay.
that invests in 2 verticals, in Sigma vertical, iGaming,
Mhm.
gaming, batting, and affiliates, and
Mhm.
AIBC, which, as I mentioned, is all about artificial intelligence, Web3, blockchain, etc. And all these activities are usually combined together during a very exciting week. As for the team, we have a very big and very diverse team. The main
Yeah.
office is in Malta. The other big office is in Cyprus. We also have offices in Belgrade, and most excitingly, in Philippines. We have our office in Manila.
You have an office. Wow. Okay.
We do have an office in Manila, that's true. Another office we do have in Brazil. So it's a big, a
Wow.
very diverse team. Yeah, very excited. And myself, of course. I'm with any office where I'm needed.
But right now you're just traveling, digital nomad. You can
That's true.
you can work anywhere. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
What
Okay,
if
let's
can we take any other question?
yeah, feel
Would you
free if you can see some interesting questions that you like to answer. But
The ultimate vision is trying to achieve cryptocurrencies market. I have to say, well, we all follow the crypto market updates, of course, but in my experience, regulation is inevitable. Support
okay. Yeah.
regulators is very important to every event out there. If you ask any crypto event organizers, you know support from industry players is as important as support from regulators. And I think we're seeing a lot of positive stance with it, along with negative stance. We
Yeah.
see the SEC backlashing a lot of centralized exchanges. One in
Binance.
particular, yes. And I know that Binance in the Philippines is not having a very good time right now.
That's
However, we had Binance executives on stage last year. Probably, I don't know. I'll be happy to host them this year, get their perspective as well. So,
Mhm.
other than that, in Dubai, let's say the regulatory framework is very convenient, and
Mhm.
everyone is very open. Everyone's so friendly. You want to open a crypto business, just go to Dubai, right?
Yeah. Agree,
That's what
agree.
they say. And in the LATAM market, oh, the event that we just hosted in Brazil, that's so interesting. I think Brazil is paving a path on a very interesting development in crypto payments,
Okay.
cross-border payments included. So that would be a good competition to Asia. Hong Kong and Singapore, they also have a very interesting and very convenient regulatory framework for digital assets. They issue licenses, etc. So I think as much as um, the DeFi market is still out there, and as much as we all love the decentralized nature of crypto, regulation is still very important. It's vital for businesses. It's vital for
Yeah.
taxation. For the audience, for KYC and AML structures for every centralized exchange out there. So I think we should be looking out for new regulatory developments.
Yeah, you mentioned that you were able to talk to the SEC here in the Philippines. How was it? How was the experience? Are they very open about it? Of course, the recent Binance was banned, so the community is really didn't like it. So, how was your experience so far with the regulations here?
I think, well, it was last year, like almost
Mhm.
exactly a year ago, and it was a different commissioner. It was a
Ah,
different
yeah, yeah.
policy. I
It was
guess it
just
was a very different policy towards crypto. It was, I'm telling you, it was the highlight of my experience in the Philippines, having the SEC commissioner, and I've worked with the SEC commissioner at my events previously, the ones from the US, and it was a very big difference, like a
okay.
very big difference. Uh, and it was like I'm having the SEC commissioner on my stage, being very, very open with the audience, with the businesses, trying to explain how the communication should work, not trying
Okay.
to ban anything, not trying to say,
Yes.
you guys watch out, right? It was on the contrary, he was very, very open. And I think that's what regulators do. They have to be cautious.
Agree.
Um, they have to be they have to be aware of, let's say, putting retail investors in an uncertain position. They have to also imply that a lot of digital asset businesses in the gray area still,
Oh, yeah.
right? If we're talking about finance platforms, cryptocurrencies, or just
Agree.
centralized or decentralized exchanges. And then so it's a very long process, and it's a very I would say burdensome process probably for a regulator. So it really
Yeah.
depends on global experience and on the specifics of every country. What I've seen in Manila in Philippines is that the community is amazing. People are so
Oh,
engaged.
nice.
I mean, I haven't seen this in any other country, I have to be honest. Especially for everyone is so excited about, like, marketing, right? Web3 marketing or crypto marketing. And everyone is so, engaged. We also worked with Bitsquella with Web3 and crypto
Oh, yes.
education.
We know them. Yeah.
Yes, and the team is also speaking on my stage for the second year now. Super excited. I mean, these guys are doing a great job,
Yeah.
educating, getting people on board in a very safe and secure way. And I think security, transparency, and what we call
Do your
DYOR,
own research.
your
Yeah.
own research thing, is one of the most important things out there.
Agree.
Because I had there's a different example in terms of country. I had a big cybersecurity track in Malta last year in November. Very high demand. It doesn't always happen. Cybersecurity is not the favorite topic in every country that we host events. But then and there, I had so many good speakers out there,
Yeah.
including the ones from government institutions. And we were like, this is essentially so important, not only, probably not mostly for business owners, but for people out there. Because no matter how many times we say, keep your private keys secure,
Yeah.
don't send your wallet address to everyone, don't accept payments or send your coins to shady addresses or wallets out there. I don't know, don't keep your funds on hot wallets or on centralized or
Yes.
decentralized exchanges. Don't do this. People still do that. They still do that.
We
They
we
lost.
still do.
They
Yeah,
still
we
do
still
it.
do. Yeah.
I mean, how many years people have been telling, don't do this. Keep get a hold of your private keys. Don't
Yeah.
tell us your secret phrase. Don't, don't expose your wallet address everywhere. It doesn't matter. People still do it. So I think the only way that we can challenge this and tackle this challenge is by education and
Agree.
by inviting as many educators as we can, and by,
Agree.
of course, fostering startups and new projects in the security space, because there are still so many things to do out there. I learn something new every day. I'm like, smart contracts are also applied in the security space, and
Yeah.
with a big success. And AI is also helping these days, thanks to tech advancement. So education is a huge key to safety and transparency. And everything that I've been seeing in the Philippines is that, you know, everyone cares about each other. So whenever it's an influencer or a company owner, people actually care about their community. It's not that they want to
Agree.
just issue like a meme coin
Yeah.
or a coin out there, just get a lot of money and then boom, you're not there. You're back to web two.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't really happen. What I'm really seeing is that everyone cares about their community, which is very, very important.
Agree. Agree. Thank you very much for the kind words. That's a lot of insights coming from you. Before we end, last two questions. No, one question, and then
Okay.
invite the community over to AIBC and what to expect and everything. My last question will be, what are your thoughts on the market right now? Of course, this is not financial advice, but where are we heading, and what do people would need to do right now in these times of in times of the market right now? Yeah.
I think I'm the worst person to ask this.
Actually, same here.
I'm the worst person. Well, first of all, I'm not in a position to give any financial advice out there, because what I do is I give platform to experts who do give you
Agree.
these advices,
Agree.
right? And then on the other hand, I'll be honest, in my like private capacity, I haven't been trading. I see a lot of benefits for using crypto, for cross-border payments, for storing value, for diversifying your portfolio, whether it's a big one or even a small one, right? If you want
Yeah.
to start investing, and you're not interested in blue chips or whatever, you don't have time to follow this, crypto is a good decision anyway. And I think it's getting so popular, it's getting so big that you cannot avoid this. And I think my advice would be, um, again, do your own research every day. Just don't stop doing the research. It's not that you've done research once and then you would stop. No,
Agree.
just do this every day. Follow trusted platforms, follow the people you trust. And interestingly, a lot of media partners and, let's say, influencers that we work with also gain a lot of new community and new audience. And these are people that we can tell can be trusted. All right. So,
Yeah.
not to give any financial advice again, I'd
Yeah.
say just do your research all the time. And if you are already in crypto and if you are already educated, try to educate others. Try to tell them what it is. Try to discuss more, be engaged in the community more. Try to listen to gossips. Try to listen to,
Yeah.
some secrets, some things that people whisper to each other. Go to events, because
Go to events,
where
definitely. Yeah.
this is where legit and verified, checked, qualified people are. And this is where you can listen to their advice or listen to their experience, get in touch with them, and
Yeah.
actually, well, for I mean, people are so open. This is like, we had, let's say, in Dubai last year, we had Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, as a headliner
Oh,
for our event. And it's not that he was hiding from people, he had a meet and greet. He answered so many questions. I personally hosted the Q&A on stage with him. It took him, like, I don't know, 45 minutes to answer questions. He took every one of them. It's not that he said, I don't have time for you. No,
yeah.
he did have time for us. This year we hosted Scott Sternetta. He's from the academia part of crypto, let's put it that way. The Bitcoin white paper. So he was, which is written by, we all know who, right?
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
there at the end of the paper, there are 7 links, like references to different
Ah.
research papers. And out of these 7 references, 3 of them are from Scott Sternetta's work. So he's
Okay.
one of the
OG.
founding fathers, yeah, of
Yeah.
blockchain. We're working on very cool stuff right now, which has to do with digital ID and also authentication systems for content produced by artificial intelligence. This is so cool. And he was on my stage and he said, okay, I'm going to be just right there, guys. I finished my speech, but I'm just right there. And if you have any question, just come over, just speak to me, right? And this is my main goal. This is why events are held, right? To
Yeah.
showcase businesses work and then to make you get in touch with people face to face, ask for advice. So
Agree.
I think this is what needs to be done. Educate
Agree.
yourself, educate others, and never, don't be
Agree.
shy.
Agree. Just want to add that we here for our Philippine Hub, we do offer free education. We do workshops to universities. We have online workshops available. I'm reminding the community again. My advice for the market, to be honest, is really to build. If you're seeing sideways in the market, keep on building. You have this innovative idea. We have this global marketplace that we can compete. Will not be known to be a third world country, but it's going to be a level playing field. And we should be proud on this space we're in. We can compete. Yeah. With other countries as well. So, yeah, any last message, Olga? Kindly invite the community, and we're very excited for the AIBC conference. Go ahead.
Yes. Oh, well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I could go on forever,
Yeah, we'll do a
Yeah.
second one before the event.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, I'll have more updates by then. I'll be
lots of
absolutely
updates more.
happy to
Yeah,
share. I am so honored and so excited to have you on board as partners, to have you, Nelson, as a startup pitch judge. So everyone from the ICP community, come over because you'll get to see Nelson on stage. You'll get to see a bunch of other investors as startup pitch judges, as speakers. Check the conference agenda. It's online. We update it religiously every day. I'm working with the Filipino community a lot, very closely. Really excited to put a lot of highlights on the Web3 community out there. We have a big AI track. As I mentioned, we have the Web3 and sports track. Um, Super excited because I have Jared Dillinger as one of the
yeah.
featured speakers. I have head of the United City Football Club, who just
Mm,
partnered with one of the cool Web3 platforms out there, also telling about how Web3 is disrupting the world of traditional sport. So I have a bunch of guests from all parts of the world, as I mentioned, from Brazil, from Europe, or partners from Dubai. So it's going to be an amazing event. Don't miss it. June 3rd, 4th, and 5th, with the conference, the summit, happening on the 4th and 5th. A bunch of side events. Just don't miss out, okay?
Yeah.
And if you have any suggestions, if you want to become a speaker, if you want to become a sponsor, if you want to do something with us, maybe with different other locations to showcase how tech scene is developing in the Philippines, also feel free to reach out to me and or to Nelson
Yeah.
or to both of us. And yeah, we're always happy to collaborate. And I'm very, very excited to come to Philippines real soon.
Okay, thank you very much, Olga. Thank you for your time and looking forward to the next. Let's set it up. Right before the event, let's do an AMA for updates and developments on the AIBC. Looking forward to it.
Me too. Thank you so much for having me again and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you very much, Olga. Bye bye.
Thank you. Ciao.